Hello, this is Rosen, your local real estate expert in Santa Rosa. Today, I just wanted to go over a few articles about the real estate market and give you a quick update. Real estate market is broken for everyone except the ultra rich. Wow, that's quite a headline. Let's see what they have to say. One of the least affordable U.S. housing markets in decades is freezing residential real estate sales and shutting out a generation of aspiring homeowners. That is true. But one group remains unfazed by the crisis, the wealthy. Overall, it's been a troubling key selling season for the U.S. new home sales. We're down slightly in June and well below expectations after May's 15% decline, while transactions for previously owned properties dropped for the fourth straight month. The lone bright spot in the market is luxury, with homes worth over $1 million, the only price category to see sales rise in June, according to the National Association of Realtors. It's not hard to understand why, with 30-year fixed mortgages rates hovering at around 6.8% after sitting around 3% from late 2019 to early 2022. Anyone has to borrow is paying a significantly steeper price for the same house than they would just a couple of years ago. That is true. Just in my quick calculations on the back of an envelope, it's basically doubled the price of houses. Not the price that you have to pay, the nominal price of $800,000, but your mortgage price. But deep pocket buyers don't have that concern because they can use cash. I can't remember the last time I heard a buyer talk about financing, says Lisa Rox Morris, a Saratoga, Florida-based luxury real estate agent at the Douglas Elliman. They all come in with cash. And a lot of that has to do with the stock market. The stock market and Bitcoin and all that, it's way up. Nvidia was up 120,000% in the last number of years. So there's been a lot of talk about a recession, a stock market crash. So people are shuffling that money towards real estate. There's a lot of talk about the real estate having a big crash. And if you kind of do the numbers, it could come down about 30%, which is pretty big, but the stock market could come down by a lot more than that. So that's what people are doing, is they're shifting assets from a more risky to a less risky asset. The result is a high-end real estate boom that's sending Shock Market's biggest luxury home builder to new heights. Toll Brothers Incorporated posted stronger than expectation orders in its fiscal second quarter earnings report in May and retouched up its full-year delivery guidance. The company's share trading a near record after a 160% rise since the start of 2023, making them the sixth biggest gainers in the S&P Mid-Cap 400 index over that time, and making the company the second best performing publicly traded U.S. builder in the past month. So the S&P Mid-Cap, I'm not sure exactly, but that's still very impressive. Also, this has to do with regulations. It's hard to build a $500,000 house and make profits where I'm at. That's why most houses that are built are now over $1 million. Just from the fees, how much the land is, how much inflation is, how much wages are, all that type of stuff. Historically, higher price homes are the first to feel the hit when interest rates rise. We aren't seeing that today. Home equity and the strong stock market, there we go, have acted as a buffer against the interest rates for wealthy Americans. At the end of the first quarter, 45% of the high-end home buyers used all cash, the largest share in the last decade, according to the data for Redfin. Wow, that's all cash, 45%. Wow. Well-padded stock portfolio, sales of long-term holdings in commercial real estate properties, and newly inherited generational wealth are all popular sources of funding. By contrast, entry-level buyers depend on their personal savings and income, which haven't kept up with inflation. As for low-income borrowers, the problem goes beyond rising mortgage rates to simply getting approved for a loan, and delinquencies on credit cards and auto loans climbed. The bifurcation we're seeing in the housing market is emblematic of the wider bifurcation we're seeing in the economy. I was just talking about this in a previous video. It's funny that they say this. National senior economist Ben Ayers said asset values in the U.S. are surging, and while many folks are cashing in on that, on the other hand, the spectrum, people are just getting by. There's a whole debate right now as how far inflation will go. The Fed has actually said that they're going to lower interest rates. They also say that's not political, but it does have an effect on voting, which I outlined in a previous video yesterday. So, gas prices and home prices, food prices, all that stuff definitely determines election results. And you can bet that they will start to move those things in favor if they think that one candidate or outcome might be preferable to another. Well-heeled buyers are returning to the pandemic boomtown Black Diamond, more than 30 miles south of Seattle, Washington. At the Regency at 10 Trails, the Toll Brothers active adult community in the former coal mining town, prices start at $600,000, but the most popular models go for more than $1 million and have about 2,000 square feet. More than half of the buyers are paying cash, according to the Toll Brothers, and the sales agent Christy Brewer said that she noticed an uptick in demand in the past few months. Across the county, in Florida, Morris sold a $7.75 million newly constructed home earlier this year, just 72 hours after listing it. The difference between now and the COVID frenzy, she said, is that an excess of quality inventory. I actually work with some new home builders, and a lot of the smaller houses are going to be condos and townhouses for 5, 6, 700,000, and then the single family houses are going to be $1 million plus. For example, the active adult segment is growing quickly for Houston-based David Weekley Homes, one of the nation's largest privately held builders. But the companies have a hard time producing homes that can sell for less than $400,000 due to rising costs of land, labor, and materials. This is exactly what I was saying. So this is just showing something has got to give. The real estate market right now, a lot of that is being gobbled up. This is also famous situations in New York where half of Billionaires Row is empty. If you follow Ryan Serhant, you can see that right on the edge of Grand Central Park. They're just building huge towers where the whole floor is a single place, and a lot of those are empty as investment properties. So maybe there could be some laws that change some of this. We could save that for a later video, but I just wanted to show you that. And just real quick, I thought this was kind of funny pairing with the luxury market, but top real estate agent faces another claim of sexual assault. A fourth woman filed a lawsuit against Oren Alexander, a one-star agent of the luxury real estate market. An actress and comedian says she was drugged and sexually assaulted by Oren Alexander, a top luxury real estate agent who is facing a string of accusations that he and his two brothers sexually assaulted women. Allegations that have been widespread through the high-end real estate industry for years. I just gotta say, this is absolutely terrible. And I can't talk bad about real estate agents, but I will say that I have noticed that there's a certain mentality amongst certain agents. And this is kind of the blasé, nonchalant, high roller mentality. Oh, it'll be fine. Yeah, inspections always find everything. That type of mentality that goes with the luxury market, I think is unhealthy for the luxury market and individuals. So, be careful out there in the housing market. That's all I gotta say. All right, well, I hope you found this informative. Have a good day, stay safe, and enjoy.